Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Lawmakers criticize President Muhammadu Buhari over poor handling of global pandemic. The People Democratic Party (PDP) caucus in the House of Representatives has criticized President Muhammadu Buhari over what is described as his poor handling of the coronavirus outbreak in Nigeria. The lawmakers, in a statement by their leader, Kingsley Chinedu, on Saturday said Nigeria is yet to come up with any tangible plan for its citizens, unlike other countries ravaged by the virus. Nigeria is one of the African countries that has reported at least a case of coronavirus on the continent. Nigeria currently has 12 cases, although one has fully recovered, according to the authority. The People Democratic Party (PDP) caucus in the House of Representatives has followed with amazement the poor response of the federal government and the lackluster attitude of President Muhammadu Buhari to the outbreak of COVID-19 virus in the country. Mr. Chinedu said in his statement, since the country reported its index case, the Muhammadu-led administration, federal government, has failed in its responsibility to the virus, which has been declared a global pandemic by the World Health Organization, WHO. Neither has President Muhammadu Buhari thought his expense to address the citizens of Nigeria, to assure them of government commitment to protect them in such a frightening situation, nor has he taken any firm and positive steps to console the efforts of the pandemic in our vulnerable citizens. Calls by Nigerians and the Nigerian Senate for the leader of the nation to offer words of assurance and to lead the battle against coronavirus from the front has been met with rebuffs and nasty words from the Senate by presidency. It is saddening to note that while governments of other countries have braced up to the challenges of the outbreak of the deadly virus and provided their citizens alternative measures to cushion the efforts of the shutdown, Nigeria is yet to come up with any tangible plan for her citizens. The United States government has released $1 trillion emergency stimulus to pay every citizen $1,000. The United Kingdom released $330 billion business loan package. Germany released $600 billion stimulus. Canada released $20 billion economic relief package and stops payment of rent, and Italy released $26 billion and has stopped payment of rent, while the federal government of Nigeria only reduced the price of fuel by 20 naira on less than 50 cents. He said the fuel price reduction intervention is cosmetic and cannot offer solace to the pending hardship the general Nigerian public, especially the poor, are facing. About 85% of our population are likely to suffer following the crisis combination of the dramatic fall in oil price and the coronavirus pandemic and its devastating consequences as recorded in adverse economy. Also, taking into account the ravaging effect of the virus on the earth of the people, responsive leaders, in addition to shutting down their borders to other countries, have consequently addressed and reassures her citizens, while the Nigerian president remains tight-lipped and missing in action, even as it takes a public outcry for the government to impose travel restriction on 13 countries with over 1,000 cases of desperate and still increase in the number of infected people in the country. The lawmaker called on the president to, as a matter of urgency, address the nation and reassure Nigerians on its state of perplexity. Open up free testing and treatment centers in all zones in the country, the statement said thus. SAT steps down VAT and make reasonable reduction of pump price of fuel to a sum proportionate to the reduction in crude oil price, make electricity available and free for citizens within the period, and distribution of sum of 5 billion as business loan in every state of the federation to stimulate SMEs and businesses in the state. Nigeria recorded its first case of coronavirus on February the 27th in an Italian businessman who has flown into the country for business. The man has spent 2 days within the country and visited Lagos and Ogun State before he fell ill and was diagnosed with COVID-19. He has since recovered and discharged from the isolation facility. Coronavirus emergency kit needs to be made available for everyone in the country. And as such, we call on President Muhammadu Buhari to stand up to his position as the #1 citizen of the country, to wake up to reality that Nigeria needs his voice in a time such as this, and to stop hiding behind the mask. Does he need the Senate or the cry of Nigerians for him to do the needful? It is time for him to stand up to his name as the president of the country. It is a shame that the government of the country constantly keeps away when he needs to speak up for the need and the cry of the people of the country. Nigerians need to realize that you are the #1 citizen. It is time for you to say a word to this matter and situation of the country. Now, the Senate of Nigeria is calling on President Muhammadu Buhari to wake up and to stand up to his position. It's a shame, a big shame, that the #1 citizen of the country does not see himself as such. It has to take the cry of Nigerians for him to realize, first of all, that countries that have been affected with coronavirus has to be restricted from coming into Nigeria so as not to spread this pandemic that is plaguing the nations. President Muhammadu Buhari, I don't know if that should be the right name for him to be called at this time. If really he's the president, will you really blame him, being that this man highest level of education is school sat, WAEC? So how you feel say they see the general world? How you look and say in they see people, in they see things where they happen? Have you heard of what other nations are doing regarding this pandemic that is plaguing? They don't stop, or can they pay the citizens? They don't bring relief package. A lot of things have been put in place, but not Nigeria. Not Nigeria at all. Buhari have not going to even talk. Now, my wife come and they come to say their daughter is to school for UK, come house and they self-isolate. It's a shame that Nigerian president is. At times, I wonder really if he's really the president of the country. You know, it's been alleged that he's Jubrim of Sudan, not the once Buhari that was elected in 2015. A man of vibrance, a man that had some good intentions for the country. So Nigerians, how you want make the man say talk now? You don't even know, you don't even get clue of what's in the happen. At least when the thing reach in doorstep, you say the wife talk. Did you hear President Muhammadu Buhari? No. They talk for that kind of matter. His own is just to stay and appear in camera and to take picture. He's like a ceremonial president, like he's not really the president of the country. Sorry to say. There are issues where a president should come out and address the people. The Senate don't talk. Now again, they don't start to why they won't talk this matter past. How? Like, what do you really want to hear, Buhari, for you now to wake up and to do your needful and your dutiful? Even if Buhari no know nothing to do, what about a vice president? They know they talk to him. Don't you tell Buhari what he needs to do? Don't you tell him that he needs to wake up as the number one citizen of the country? Don't you tell him that he's now president he be, say not be showcase, not be billboard president he be. Nigerians, now wetin dey happen be this so. Now lawmakers they beg am now making talk. Say na president he be, not be show face man he be. The thing tire me. Oh. I would like to hear your take on the matter. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless. Have a good day. Bye.